What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. I'm here to talk about Metaphor ReFantazio and the demo that dropped today. Are you serious? What a pleasant surprise. Honestly, how cool is it to be able to play this game right now? Seriously. I wasn't anticipating the demo to drop, but I'm sure glad it did because after playing through some of it, I can easily say this is my most anticipated game, not only of this year, but I'm perhaps as excited as I've ever been for a game to release. Metaphor ReFantazio, if you don't know, is a new JRPG from the brilliant and creative minds behind Persona 3, 4, and 5. It brings a unique fantasy world where your protagonist will journey to lift the curse from the kingdom's lost prince. It has what they're calling archetypes that you can awaken to support you, and this seems to me to be heavily influenced by the Persona concept in the Persona games. By awakening an archetype, you will unlock the power to channel and combine the abilities of a bunch of unique job classes. You will have the ability to strengthen your bonds and build your party. This game is dripping with style and creativity, and I can't wait to play the full game. There is definitely a lot here to unpack. They are saying that this game could be as long as Persona 5 Royal, if not longer, which is crazy. But after playing through some of the demo, I could definitely see how that could be. Let's talk about the demo. Okay, this is a prologue demo, and so you're jumping into the beginning of the game to play through the beginning hours of Metaphor, and even after the trailers and everything we've seen up to this point, I'm still shocked at how incredible this game looks. The soundtrack and sound design, the art direction, character designs, the incredibly stylistic menus, the fluid combat animations are all amazing and all show me that the attention to detail here is absolutely top notch. So let's get into what I experienced with the demo so far and how I feel about it. Like I said before, this is a prologue demo. So in terms of gameplay, it's a bit of a slow start. The demo opens up with a lot of story and character building, which I'm personally very okay with because the story has interested me for a long time. I mean, ever since I saw this game, I was definitely interested in learning more about what the story has to offer. From the looks of things, we are set to get a lot of nice anime style cutscenes in this one. The budget for this game seems incredibly high by Atlas standards, and I'm really impressed how the art style carries over into the world and the moment-to-moment gameplay. Metaphor is impressive in just about everything it's doing. When it first gives you control in this opening city, it's very interesting to listen in on conversations, explore what characters in the world are doing, have conversations with others, and interact with the world around you. The more I did that, the more lore I learned about the game's world. I will say, some games really miss this part of making a world seem alive while you're in it. A lot of the cities could be empty or lacking any sort of interaction between the characters around you. This game is not lacking on that front. I do want to add a few interesting things I noticed about the game and draw some comparisons to Persona, since the devs here worked on that series, and those are some of my all-time favorite games. First, we have a voiced main protagonist. This is interesting. You still answer questions and control the flow of conversation, but the main character is voiced, and I actually really liked that. Something else I wanted to mention is this memorandum feature during conversations. Now, something I really liked in Final Fantasy 16 was the active time lore, I believe they called it, where you can bring up lore and other details during conversations to get a better understanding not only of the context of the conversation, but the game's story and characters as well. It seems we have a form of that here, which I really appreciate since this is an all new IP with new characters and a new world that seems to be very deep in its history and backstory. The story seems to be very dark as well, with politics, deception, murder, and war presented to you right up front. Persona games, for example, can get dark for sure, don't get me wrong, but there's a ton of lightheartedness in there, but this seems to be very dramatic with a lot to unpack in terms of twists and backstabbing. I mean, I personally believe we are in for a lot of really great world building and writing in this one. I won't completely spoil the demo for you. I got into a little bit of the combat, but haven't dived too deep into it just yet. Overall, the demo has been a great experience so far. I sometimes wish demos would throw you into part of the game early on that allows you to experience the combat and moment-to-moment gameplay, but for a game that seems so focused on building an immersive story-driven experience, I'm happy that we get to see the opening moments of the game a bit early. I will be putting a lot more into the demo before the release. You can carry over your progress if you'd like, which I always appreciate. It makes the demo worth experiencing for sure. Getting a taste of what's likely to be one of the all-time great modern JRPG releases is really amazing, and I must say I'm really enjoying unpacking everything this game has to offer in the lead up to its release. which is coming so soon. Before we know it, October 11th is right around the corner. Let me know in the comments below if you're playing the demo and what your thoughts are on it. Is this what you expected, or were you surprised at the direction the game is heading in? I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this as well. I also have a Discord. I'll drop a link in the description below if you want to talk more about Metaphor or any of the other great, amazing JRPGs that have released recently. Feel free to join up. Always welcome newcomers into the Discord. Anyway, until next time, I'm out.